Hello and welcome back to Emirates Stadium, where shortly we face West Ham for the small matter of a London derby. The Hammers come into this off the back of a couple of other cross-capital clashes. So far in February, though, they have picked up 0 points from a possible 6 against Chelsea and Brentford. But we know all too well the damage that the Hammers can pose. We've got a show packed full of guests, games, your views, and we're doing it right now, live from N5. To our still brand new live from N5 studio. It is great to be here. And joining me today, you know, in the interest of fairness, we had to get someone who has played for both clubs. It is, of course, the brilliant Jeremy Aliadier. Why are you wincing?
I didn't really want you to mention about me playing for both sides.
Why? But we know, obviously, your heart is here with Arsenal.
It's not a great success, me playing for West Ham, so yeah, I try to keep it quite low profile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, moving on swiftly then. How are you doing apart from that?
Brilliant, really good. But main thing is, how was your trip to Japan? Because Nico's been to Japan for a couple of weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good for some, right? Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of us need a holiday sometimes, Jez. We can't all be training for a marathon because we're former athletes. It was great. It was wicked. It's such a cool place. I am a bit jet lagged, not going to lie. So bear with me, you know. Stick with me here. I might be a little bit slow, but it was great. But I'm happy to be back home, Jeremy. And it's a lovely day for a London derby. How are you feeling then about this game? Because I think we're all feeling fairly confident, right? And we will speak to our wonderful studio audience here in a moment. But it's still a London derby, Jez. You never know how it's going to go.
Yeah, it's always a big game. You know, West Ham, as poor of a season they've had so far, it's always a tough game. And it's a huge opportunity after Liverpool dropping points lately. We need a win today. Yeah. It's as simple as that. I don't really care the way we play. It's just get 3 points, put pressure on Liverpool, who go into Man City tomorrow. So that's going to be a big one for them. So yeah, you know, looking forward to it, excited, and yeah, go on, let's win this game.
Yeah, it is one of those, isn't it, where we obviously want to see a really exciting, a really good game of football, but you'd take just a 1-0 win, wouldn't you? 1-0 to the Arsenal. Lovely, get the job done. You
know, sometimes we want too much. We want the win, we want great play, we want to control the whole game, and football's not like that. It's not, you know, it's not a video game. Sometimes it's tough. So as long as we win at the end and just move on, yeah.
Yeah, and we had a great trip earlier on this season to the London Stadium. I mean, you must still remember that. That was good, wasn't it? Fair few goals in that one, Jez. And I know that everyone at home on social media is very excited for this game. And I think people have already been in touch on X, so we can have a little look at some of the messages, I believe, on screen any moment now. But keep your messages coming in using the hashtag live from N5, because we always want to hear from you at home. Here we go. So Jahan says, come on, you Gunners. Another one we've got to keep on pushing forward with. We keep going and we keep fighting. No matter the injuries and struggles, this squad fights always. We do indeed. Let's aim for the 3 points. Oh, I love that one. That's like motivational speech, isn't it? Yeah. Mikel should be reading that out to the boys in the dressing room. Wendy says, come on, Arsenal, we can do this. I want to hear it from you guys then. Hello, lovely studio audience. Welcome, welcome. How are we feeling when we woke up this morning? What was going through your head? You feeling good?
Feeling confident.
There was a bit of a pause there. I was like, oh no, where's this going to go?
Feeling confident. Must-win game today, as Jeremy said. Have to keep on putting pressure on Liverpool. Have to keep on getting our wins. The squad is looking very thin, but trusting the boys to get the job done. So hopefully we can do it.
Yeah, and I mean, that message on X highlighted your point as well, that, you know, injury struggles obviously is a bit of a problem right now, but we know that we can do this, and we still have a lot of talent in this side. And West Ham are probably the sort of side, Jez, that you want to be coming up against right now, whilst we are struggling a bit with injuries.
Yeah, no, listen, I think there's been quite a bit of negative people, like press people talking about focusing on injuries and stuff. What I'll focus on is we're unbeaten for 15 games in the Prem. And I know we've had a couple of hiccup in Carabao Cup and FA Cup, but in the Premier League we haven't lost a game for 15 games, and that's quite good. It's pretty good.
It's very good.
It's very good.
That's quite good. It's great, Jez.
Yeah, it's great. But this afternoon, West Ham, not a great season. Since Graham Potter come, it's still not great. They haven't won for ages. They've got a few injuries as well. So yeah, it's a great occasion for us to just have a good game. I know we're quite thin on players and we're struggling, with forward play in particular. But I still think we've got enough to just run through West Ham this afternoon and get a comfortable win.
Yeah, I mean, you do never know with a London derby, right? There's always a lot riding on that. So anyone else feeling a little bit nervous, or are we all feeling pretty good, pretty confident here?
I'm always nervous for games.
That's the spirit.
Literally every game, like Preston away, I was nervous for that. It doesn't matter what game it is, I've got nerves. So I think the easier the game, the more nervous I am.
Oh.
We play City. I can't wait for it because it's like, we're going to see who our players are, what we can do. Play West Ham, it's like we should beat them, we should steamroll them. But then that's when the nerves really kicks in.
Yeah,
so,
good point.
Yeah, we kind of have to wait and see. But I do like the lineup. I really wanted Calafiori to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets you up the pitch more. He takes up position, especially in that 10 role. He kind of glides in there, and that gives us something that I guess Lewis Skelly doesn't really do at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to speak in a moment about the lineup. You can see the players warming up behind us are just out on the pitch right now. Shall we have a look at the lineup right now then, Jez?
I think after this...
Shall we? Yeah, you've just given us a little segue in. So let's have a look at the lineup. Here we go. It is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, and Nwaneri, Trossard, and Mikel Merino. Jez, is that kind of what you were expecting? I hear that you predicted it would be this lineup, didn't you?
I've called this lineup on Thursday evening. I was doing an Arsenal podcast and I've been asked and I said, this is the lineup. And what you've got to put Merino in after scoring 2 goals last week. That's a given. Then for me, my argument was Calafiori at home, left-footed. You can see how he is going forward. He wants to go forward all the time. He's very attacking minded, so I thought playing at home today, playing Forest away as well on Wednesday, because I've got that in the back of my mind. Maybe at that time Lewis Skelly will be back in the team for that game, be more defensive. But today where we're supposed to have the possession of the ball and just try to find solution going forward, I thought Calafiori was the right call for me.
Yeah, and if we have a look at the bench, it's good to see Benjamin White on the bench again, isn't it? Yeah. Getting closer and closer to potentially making that first team start again soon. But Mikel Merino, I mean, what are you guys thinking with this lineup? Well, okay. We've got a few different expressions going on. I suppose Raheem Sterling, we're probably not surprised to see him dropped onto the bench for this game. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, as Jeremy said, the back four was pretty self-explanatory. Same thing for the midfield. I feel like we've seen that for a few weeks now. We know this is probably our strongest. The front three is where it gets a little bit tricky. Even Nwaneri at 17 is already locked in. Like, his spot there, he's sorted. So it's the other two where you have to ask questions. And I think people's faces are because we don't know what Marino's like as striker for a 90-minute thing. We know as an impact sub, he did what he had to do, but now we're like, can he do it? Hopefully we can, innit? We have no idea. Obviously, we signed him as a midfielder originally, but like you said with Sterling, we are all willing him and hoping to do his best, so maybe he can have a nice cameo, and then obviously we know he's got title-winning experience many times, so hopefully those last 10, 11 games he can bring us something. So yeah, I'm confident. I'm confident as always. We'll see.
Yeah, I suppose with Mikel Merino and Jez, you can probably give us a bit more insight into this. For him, I'd imagine it's almost like, I don't know, he can just go for it because it's not his natural position. So he's kind of got nothing to lose and he's probably feeling quite confident now, got that momentum with him. So, I don't know, he's probably backing himself, I'd imagine, right?
Listen, 100% no pressure for him.
Yeah.
And less defensive restriction as well. He's a midfield player. He knows normally as a midfield player he's got a lot of defensive job to do, positioning. As a number 9, you play to score goals. That's all you play for.
Yeah.
He scored 2 last week. The confidence is sky high for him. for me, it's just a no-brainer for him to play. And as you said, we haven't got not many options going forward. So the other option was to put Sterling again. Unfortunately, he's had a bad game last weekend. So you just feel, well, between somebody who's just had a difficult game and one who just scored 2 goals, I know who I would pick, and Mikel's obviously in the same frame of mind.
Yeah, so we're feeling quite good seeing this lineup. Yeah, we're happy. We're happy down here. Where's the microphone? Come on.
I'm happy. I'm confident. Obviously, you don't take West Ham for granted, but with this team, we've got enough quality out there to go get the dub and keep a clean sheet as well.
Yeah.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, defensively, I think we've been, we've been quite good. I think we've been playing more defensively this season compared to last one. I think it's due as well to Ben White being injured. I thought, going forward, when we had Saka and him overlapping all the time, I thought we had more threat going forward. I thought this year has been a little bit more defensive structures, try to not concede too many goals. But obviously that, not coincidence that going forward, you've got less bodies to go and create going forward in the final third.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you are going to want to keep your eyes on the screen right now because we have a little shirt giveaway for you. So, so if you want to be in with a chance of winning the home shirt from this season, then scan the QR code on the screen right now and tell us who scored the first goal in our trip to the London Stadium earlier on this season. I love that some people here in the studio are getting their phones out. I mean, go for it. Yeah, go on, Jez. Full terms and conditions apply and can be found on the same page. I mean, well, Jez, I was going to say we've obviously got the home shirt. We're lucky, so you don't need to be scanning that QR code. But I like what you're wearing today.
I like it too. I like it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're looking very fashionable for once.
For once?
I'm joking. It's a bit of fun. You always look fabulous. What about me? You're very quiet there, aren't you?
You look great. Absolutely, yeah, fantastic.
Just the silence. Yeah, what do you think? This looks good, doesn't it?
I want to get that jumper in the QR code, man. I want that jumper.
Okay, well, you've got a chance to win the home shirt, all right? So get scanning. All right, let's move on. Now, you might have seen a montage of our trip to Leicester on social media earlier on this week. Did we see that in here? Yeah, everyone's nodding. It was very good. And because we love you here on Live from N5, we're going to treat you to an extended cut of our trip up the M1 in away days.
To places you dreamed they had.
was that, by the way? That was a view of our Live from M5 camera crew pitchside at the King Power. And I wanted to start our usual social media roundup with this from our fantastic social team. The unity between the squad and our supporters at full time was on display for everyone to see. Let's have a look. Love to see it, don't you? Jez, how important is it for players to feel that connection with the travelling supporters?
It's huge.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all know when you play at home, most of the people here are all Arsenal supporters, so you just feel it naturally. But when you go away, you do have that little thing in your mind, knowing you're away. And having that connection with the away supporters is huge, because you do feel that they're behind you, they're playing with you. And hearing them, shouting like this and seeing that at the end of the game, yeah, it's special.
And of course, we all know, right? I'm sure most of us have travelled to watch Arsenal before. It's a lot as an away supporter, the money you spend, travelling, the time it takes. So I guess when the team's performing and then the players are right there and giving you that interaction, it does make you feel that connection, like that family bond that we know we've come to love here at Arsenal, right?
I think it's great that the players feel that way, because you obviously, as you mentioned, you guys, travelling all around England, watching games, sometimes obviously disappointed about performance or the result. And it's nice to see the players spending time going, showing appreciation to all them fans that have made the trip, spend money, and yeah, it's like I say, special, great to see.
Absolutely. Now, from a masterclass on the pitch to, well, I'll let you decide, in the latest Arsenal women's episode of Guess the Gooner.
She's looking at
Oh, why are you looking at his board? Oh, jeez, look over there.
Uh-oh. It's all happening. Right, turn it round, turn it round. That was a change last minute.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so the first time we sold out the Emirates, who did we play against?
Ooh, yeah.
The OG should get this in the corner.
I should get this in the corner. Yeah.
Don't look at
Have your boards.
you.
I'm watching you. She's had a peek again. She keeps looking.
Why are you checking? Oh my God.
If you can reveal your
Alright,
answers,
cool.
please.
Chelsea's.
Okay, cool.
You're working together now.
What is happening?
Number 4. What was the first game you went to?
The first game I ever went to.
Number 4.
She's under pressure.
The pressure is getting worse. So no one got it right.
Nope, no one got it right. It was against Wolfsburg in the Champions League.
Oh. So I want to know who the longest serving women's manager was. You guys know this song?
Oh, she's written that quick. The OG.
Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the full episode, anyone in here or anyone watching at home, but in my defence, it is a lot harder than it looks. Have you guys watched Guess the Gooner before? Yeah. Honestly, I've watched each video because it's great content from Arsenal, come on. And to be involved in it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna figure out who it is. It is hard, Jez.
It's the pressure.
It's the
got to
pressure,
you.
but also the liar out of them. They do a good cover story. They're really good at what they do. So anyway, if you haven't seen it, watch the full video on Arsenal's YouTube. Little plug there. Speaking of Arsenal women, we had a fantastic result in the North London derby last weekend. We've got some nods going on in here. Such a good result. And we saw something of a homecoming, didn't we? The suspense. Oh, here she is, Chloe Kelly. How good was it to see her back in red and white, where she belongs? Absolute legend, Jez. So good to have her back home.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, great to see her. My daughter came to watch the game and she was buzzing. Yeah, she was so excited seeing her back back in red, as you mentioned, that's where she belongs. And yeah, glad that she came back for a great performance, great win from the team, and yeah, it was nice, great day out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, speaking of Arsenal and England wingers, we've had one as a familiar face this season in our live from N5 studio, and we sent Theo Walcott to the brand new goal zone at the Adidas store on Oxford Street earlier this month, and he had a challenge of his own for our supporters who had also made the trip down to see him, and he also bumped into a certain other former striker. Let's have a look.
Come here, you. I didn't expect you coming. Hi, I'm Theo Walcott, and we're at Oxford Street opening up the new Adidas goal zone. While we're talking about who's still got it, I'm going to ask some of the Arsenal fans which retired ex-Arsenal player still got it.
That was a blow. I wanted to wash, went too fast and just tired myself out. So yeah, no, it was good fun though, really good fun, but yeah, tiring.
I think Theo's going to do it.
Well, I'm going to tell him, so I'm just going to make sure that he rushes and get tired, so he just keep missing the target. That's my strategy today, so he doesn't beat me.
You have to look, you don't have to look. Oh my God! I've got to say, by the way, great technique, great power. Yeah. I was going to ask you one question right now.
Yes, sir.
If you could pick one ex-retired player who played for Arsenal, who would you pick?
Probably, was that Ian Wright or Thierry Henry?
Ian Wright.
Oh, Thierry Henry, yeah.
Cesc Fabregas, I think. Goals, assists every season. Can play 8, can even play 6 if you want. Can play 10. Yeah, it has to be Fabregas. World Cup winner. Yeah.
I mean, there's no other words. He set up half my goals in my whole career, so scored over 100. So, thank you, Cesc.
Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry.
Also, he can play on the left wing as well. So it'd be perfect if we get Ken Dane back into this Arsenal team.
There we go. Who would you want to bring back to Arsenal? You.
For sure.
Perfect. There we go. Perfect. Right answer. No problem at all. Can't pick me because I always pick so.
I went for Vieira.
Vieira, yeah. So that's a wrap. We're all finished. Jeremy had a very respectable score, but I've absolutely smashed him out the park. The common theme for bringing back an ex-Arsenal player who's retired looks like it's Thierry Henry, so he's the winner. If you think you can beat my score, come on down to Oxford Street Adidas store and see how good you are.
Oh, lovely stuff there from Theo. Now, Jez, your face is telling a story. You're not having that. So what happened? Talk us through it.
There've been something going on with the scores there. I had 390, right? I beat Theo on the day, all right? Let's put that right.
Right.
They've set me up here. Yeah, definitely. Where did you see 220? It's just been written by the person that made the montage. I've had 390, guys.
Yeah? Okay.
No,
You're
I didn't.
so competitive, aren't you?
No, I didn't. He beat me fair.
Were you devastated?
A little bit. You know, my little... competitiveness that just thought, a bit disappointed on the day.
Theo asked quite a good question. I'm going to ask you guys here your thoughts on that, which was, which retired Arsenal players do you think could still do a job? So have a little think. But I know some of you watching at home right now are saying that you didn't get a chance to scan the QR code earlier on screen to be in with a chance of winning a home shirt. So here you go. There you go, there's the QR code. Get scanning.
Phones out.
We're gonna, get your phones out. We're gonna give you about, 5 seconds. I'm gonna do a little dance in the studio to pass the time. Be quick, guys, scan that QR code for your chance to win a home shirt from this season. Good luck, good luck. Okay, guys, I've given you a few seconds. I bought you some time. What do you reckon then, Theo's question? Which retired Arsenal players do you think could still do a job? Oh, hello. What do you reckon?
I think Mesut Ozil.
Ooh, Mesut Ozil. Ooh.
That's a good shout.
Okay, yeah, you reckon? Cool, good one. Any other shouts in here? What do you reckon?
No, I reckon Vieira should come back.
Oh, I mean, well, he's maybe, as in Patrick Vieira.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
not the one in Paul.
Maybe a bit old, but I don't know. He's probably still got it in him, Jez.
Yeah, listen, I love Patrick, but yeah, I think he's a bit old now. I'm not sure he could run too much, but yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Well, I'll give you guys... Oh, we've got another answer, but I'm going to pause there and we'll come back to you in a minute because today is our dedicated LGBTQ plus History Month fixture. So to mark the occasion, we are joined by Jacob and Elliot from Gay Gooners. Hello, guys. Come on in. Hi. Hello. So nice to have you here. Firstly, we always like to ask guests how they became Arsenal supporters. So what's your stories?
I feel like I probably have similar answers through Dad. Yeah.
Yep, pretty similar. Yeah.
Wait. Through your dads. I was like, are we brothers?
Oh no, different dads.
Okay.
But yeah, through family. I know your. I mean, my family didn't necessarily grow up in North London, but still sort of came to North London when the sort of early 20s and then supported Arsenal. I feel like you're.
Yeah, my grandparents were Arsenal fans from like the 40s, 50s, and then my dad, and now me and my sister. So passing it down to generations, and we're really happy they chose a good club and not Tottenham.
Hey, there we go. So you guys didn't really have a choice in who you were supporting?
No.
But you made the right choice.
Actually, my mum does support Spurs, so I had to pick, and I picked the right one.
Okay, well done. We're glad that you're with us. Is that ever awkward in the household?
North London derbies, yeah. I didn't get cooked dinner once because I celebrated too much. But,
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess you and your dad must be quite happy at the moment and your mum must be a bit miserable. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
For anyone who might not know, can you tell us a bit about Gay Gooners?
Yeah, so we're the official LGBT supporters club. We've been going 12 years now, so I think it's our 12th birthday last week or 2 weeks ago. We're now over 2,000 members, which is we have the highest membership of any group like ours in the world. I think we're the oldest in the UK, one of the oldest in the world as well. So really been growing. How long have you been a member for?
Yeah, so I've been a member about 7 years.
Wow.
And it's such a privilege and honour sometimes to be an Arsenal fan. We've got some of the best young players in the world. We're such an inclusive, diverse football club. And Arsenal welcoming in groups like the Gay Gooners, we've had support from the club since day one. It's absolutely fantastic. Makes the experience of being an Arsenal fan, even better than it would be usually. And we can't thank Arsenal enough, all they do for the group. And we just hope if there's any Arsenal supporters out there who don't really want to come to matches or they feel because of their sexuality, they're worried that they might get abused or it feels a bit hostile. Groups like ours are really, really important. It's making sure that everyone at Arsenal's welcome, no matter what your background is.
Yeah.
And every home getting a celebration of everything that's great in society when you step foot in the Emirates.
Oh, I love that. How important is it? I mean, you kind of touched upon it there, but just how important is it for us to have a safe and inclusive environment for LGBTQ plus fans?
Well, I think the main message is we're fans like everyone else, so we deserve the right to be able to support Arsenal in the way that everyone does. But unfortunately, in the past, we've got a lot of members who used to like football when they were really younger, but kind of stepped away from it when they sort of early adults because they just didn't think it was a place for them. But our group has kind of given them a place for that, and later in life, even in their 50s and 60s, come back into loving Arsenal. They probably should have stuck with it maybe 20, 30 years ago because they've been in a, when we were winning more trophies. But I think it's just so important. Like all groups, diverse range of fan groups that we have, to create a kind of a safe haven and community. And most of the time there aren't issues at games. There aren't many issues, but sometimes there are, and it's good for us to exist and to be there. Just feel like a safe place just in case something happens.
Absolutely, and like I said, today is our dedicated LGBTQ plus History Month fixture. What does the month mean to you guys, and how important is it?
It's a chance to celebrate, how far we've come in the game, where fans can openly come with partners, as Jacob's wearing the rainbow scarf,
yeah, I love it.
Without any hostility or without being worried that they won't be accepted or welcomed here. And a brilliant part being part of the Gay Gooners is when we go to away games, I think the furthest we travelled was Azerbaijan for the Europa League final. Oh. Unfortunately, we lost 4-1, but having each other's backs when we go to places that aren't as accepting or as welcoming, it's really nice to be part of a group where we've got each other's backs and everyone looks out for each other. And we've got so many allies, regardless of sexuality, within
within matches, home and away, that it's really nice that the Arsenal family come together and we can celebrate months like this.
Yeah, amazing. Love it. Right, I'm going to let you go and get ready for kickoff. But firstly, a score prediction, please. What are you going for?
2-0, another Merino brace, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, fair play.
I was going to say 2-0 as well, but maybe no Moreno, Odegaard and Trossard.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll take that. Right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll let you get off. Please give it up for Jacob and Elliot. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you later. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to see a Mikel Merino brace again? Do you think we could see that?
Why not?
Today, yeah? Lots of nods going on. Shall we quickly come back to the question that I was going to say I asked earlier, but actually that Theo asked, because oh, no, wait, live TV. We're going to pause on you again because we saw Frimmy at arrivals and he gets around Emirates Stadium. He is now pitch side with our tactical expert, Adrian Clark. Guys, what is the vibe like down there?
We are pitchside once again. The boys are behind us warming up ahead of the game against West Ham, and I'm with none other than Clarky. How you doing, sir? You good? You good?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, you excited for this game?
I'm pumped, yeah. I mean, it's a lovely day, first and foremost.
Definitely.
Quite warm.
I was saying, like, this jacket might hold out today. Normally I'll get into like a bigger jacket, but I feel like I'm going to be too warm in this.
Yeah,
what do you think, though? What do you think about my...
I don't... you pull it off better than I would. That's what I'm saying. I think it looks good on you.
I've been getting a lot of compliments today, I ain't going to lie.
Okay.
But listen, we've seen the team. Thoughts on the team, what are we thinking?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted Merino to play. I think that he came on, made such a difference.
Yeah.
We're used to playing with a big man up front with Kai Havertz. Mikel picks him for a reason. And I think it suits the rest of the team to have a target man. And obviously, he's shown he can finish. Yes. We've always known he can finish. So I think it's a good short-term solution for us with Merino up front. The other one is Calafiori, in for Lewis Skelly. I mean, for me, it's a 50-50. They're both excellent. Calafiori came on and did well. I think part of the thinking behind this is 2 games in a week. But also, West Ham are big. And you've got Thomas Souček, who's a proper threat in the air. And I think just having one extra tall guy is going to make a difference defensively. Remember last year? Who can forget last year?
Let's not talk about last year.
but you know, they have a threat in the air. And I think it's important to have Calafiori's height today.
Love that. So, of course, we're going to look at West Ham's team. Who's the star person? Who's the person that we need to look out for?
Well, the 2 up front. Well, I think it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Yes.
But it might be 5-5-0 at times because I think the West Ham will put everyone behind the ball.
On the break,
yeah, exactly. But the 2 guys they got up front are good on the break. Bowen, obviously, excellent player, and Kudus. And what they're good at is dribbling. West Ham have actually dribbled the ball better than any other team in the Premier League this season, and it's mainly to do with people like Kudus. So we've got to be careful of being caught on the break. That's my only... That and Souček running into the box and getting his head on things. They're the 2 things that make me a little bit nervous. But other than that, I'm confident. I think we can get at this West Ham team and cause them a lot of problems.
What's the weaknesses that you think that we could exploit going into this game?
I don't rate their back 5. I think Wan-Bissaka's a good player. He's having a good season. The rest of them, I think we can get at them. Fast breaks is where they're weak. So if they do come at us, we can hurt them. No one's faced more shots from fast breaks than West Ham this season. So us on the counter could be good. And also, they're not good in the air, weirdly, because they're quite tall. Only Leicester have faced more headed shots than West Ham. So it could be a day for Merino. Like Merino, we saw him come up trumps against Leicester. Maybe he could do the same today. So that's 2 weaknesses. I think their midfield is bang average. Not a lot of mobility there. So hopefully we can get at them plenty and create loads of chances. If we create chances, we'll score lots of goals. I did notice this week that apparently our conversion rate is the best it's been in years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which I was unaware of. So we've actually found a clinical side lately, which is obviously great.
If we do start to struggle, who do you think we can look to on the bench to come on and hopefully change the game?
Today? It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, I'm willing Sterling on. You know what I mean? I'm willing him on. It didn't happen for him last week. I think it's the right thing to pull him out. But look, he can make things happen. I don't know. We're a bit light. Let's be honest. You know, that is if you look at us until the stars return, Mikel Arteta doesn't have a lot on the bench to play with. That's why starting games quickly is really, really important. We've got to get ourselves in front, because if we're behind, we're chasing games. I don't think we've got as many options as Mikel would like to have. West Ham, by the way, the slowest starters in the Premier League. So hopefully we score inside the first 10.
Oh, brilliant lifestyle. Listen, guys, you've got the facts here from our guy Sharky, and he loves my get up. Absolutely great, but I'm going to send it back to the studio, and hopefully we can get the 3 points today. In a bit.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Not that Clarkie doesn't. He always looks lovely. But from he's wearing that jacket as well, right?
No, he's wearing that one.
Oh, I've just realised they're
It's
slightly
not the same
different. Well, you also look stunning in it. You're rocking it. Look fabulous. We're going to come back to, I mean, maybe we'll pick up on what they were talking about pitch side. I think the general gist was that Clarkie, I know, is feeling pretty confident today. But I asked you about 3 times to think of an answer to Theo Walcott's question of which retired Arsenal players do you think could still do a job? What do we reckon? Who are we going for?
To come back at their current age.
Well, no.
To come back at their age now.
Wait.
How they are now.
Wait, you're thinking retired?
I thought you were saying their prime version.
If you're thinking bring Thierry Henry back in 2000,
Right now.
3 or 4, it's just like, oh my God.
I swear in Qatar, I'll bring him back still.
Right, no, just to clear it up, we're going for former players who are retired at their age now. Who you'd back to still get the job done?
See, I was going to bring you Cliff Bastin from 1933. For those of us who remember it.
Theo, you can let us know if I've absolutely butchered your question, but we'll go with that one. Anyone you think? I mean, Thierry still looks like he's.
Yeah, I saw Thierry in a charity match. I think he's slightly still got it, you know.
Yeah.
So a cheeky option off the bench, maybe. If not, then I'll probably agree with Fabregas, low key. Like, he's still.
Yeah, he just finished.
Yeah, he just finished. So I reckon I'll still bring him back again, maybe as a left 8 cheeky option there for the last 10 games, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Jez, surely you have played with some of the retired players over the past few years, no?
Yes, I have, a few charity matches.
Right. Anyone that stood out that you're like, oh, he's still got it?
You know what, Gael Clichy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
Gael Clichy can run. So he can't run though, Jens, but that game we've played together, we actually played a game together not so long ago, a few months ago. And Jens was still good. He's made some great saves.
Really?
Yeah, Jens was good.
He was playing like it was the last game for Invincibles.
I feel like players, no matter how long they've been retired for, and Jez, you all know this, there's still that competitive spirit, right? Where you can be like 60 odd years old and you will still give it your all in, like a charity game, anything. It's like, this is my moment to shine still.
It is. You still think you're going to win something at the end of the game. It's just massive. Like, even if you go with the intention of like, come on, easy today, the game start and then few things happen, few little kicks, and then you start thinking, all right then, let's crack on, let's do this. And then you just like, you've got to go full on. You just can't help yourself. Yeah.
And then you lose in competitions to the likes of Theo Walcott, and it's devastating, right?
Oh,
we've all been there. I'll save you, Jez, because we have a special guest coming in to join us in the Live from N5 studio. Television presenter, radio presenter, massive gooner, and most importantly, friend of the show. It is the brilliant Roman Kemp. Hello.
How are you, man?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God, this is like X Factor.
I know.
People can't see it on these, but there's like just a wonderful row of judges in front of us.
Panel.
So what's the song?
Yeah, go on, break out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Zinchenko doesn't get to play as much, so Gold wouldn't be singing around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mica Marino.
Right, and what are we judging that? Roman, it's always lovely to have you on the show. What have you been up to since we last saw you?
To be honest, just like, so like, I don't really know. Yeah, because like when you do, so I host the One Show on BBC, so it's like, and to be honest, on shows like that, you get mad people come in for interviews. I mean, it's the same with you guys. It's like you've probably forgotten who you had on here last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes, yeah.
So it is. So it's just kind of like a carousel of television and things that don't matter, and just waiting for the next football game.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
That's how I
Passion.
live. No, but that is how I live. Yeah.
Arsenal in your veins.
Yeah.
I have to ask you,
Yeah.
because you made a brief cameo in Wallace and Gromit over Christmas.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't you? What was that
Yes.
like?
No, somehow I don't know. Yeah, and it won a BAFTA. So technically, I'm part of a BAFTA-winning film, which is a bit
Yes,
mad.
please.
Yeah.
BAFTA
Can I tell you?
winner.
Can I tell you? I think like literally, you have to listen like to like 0.7% of the audio, and you might be able to hear me in the background. But no, I got the opportunity to go and see how it was made and all that type of thing, and then they asked me if would I want to be in it and put a couple of voices in there. And yeah, it's mad. The thing is, do you know how tall do you think Wallace and Gromit actually are?
How tall?
Yeah, genuinely, how tall do you think they call them dolls? How tall do you think the doll would be?
Oh, they're small, aren't they?
Do you
So,
think
like,
that size? They're this.
Oh.
They're big old boys.
That is.
Never thought I'd be talking about Wallace and Gromit.
Please tell us more.
Yeah. Sorry.
Was that? I mean, you've done so much cool stuff over the years, but was that quite a weird but fun thing to do?
No, it's cool. I think, to be honest, I started out. When I started doing any television or things like that. I actually started, in the YouTube days before. I used to make YouTube videos for other people, but I started doing like impressions. I used to do like 50 impressions in under 5 minutes and like all the type of stuff. Some of which were like, football players, you talk about like Wayne Rooney and things like that. And it's just, most of the time, just waiting to score the next goal and understanding what Khalid's going to say when she comes back home. So like, anytime it comes to using voice or anything like that, I really like it. Plus, you don't have to see anyone. You're in a dark room. What better way to spend your working hours? Not having to communicate with others.
There you go. We know that you're a massive gooner, Roman.
Yeah,
what have you made of the season so far?
It's tough, really tough. Really, really tough. It's been filled with like great moments, like great individual moments, but like again, I saw it the other day. It's like we're 15 games unbeaten currently. But
Jez was saying that earlier.
But it doesn't feel like that. Do you know what I mean?
But you've got to think about that though.
Yeah, I know.
You can't just
glaze over it. No, you can't.
Brain can't pick up just the negative moment. You've got to kind of think about the positive, which is 15
absolutely.
games unbeaten.
Absolutely. I was looking at a stat as well. It was like Martin Odegaard in his last 37 Premier League games has lost one. Wow. Like that's outrageous.
That's
but this season has produced some, unreal moments. I mean, I was there in Lisbon. And that night was just like unbelievable. Watching your team win 5-1 away from home in the Champions League against a team that are known to be so tough to beat. And then some great moments here. But then you've got these weird games like Everton where we can't put the ball in the back of the net for love nor money. And it's felt like it's been up and down. But listen, we have been unlucky. No one can say to us that we've been all right with injuries. Last 2 seasons we have been lucky and we didn't quite get it over the line. This year, it's just, it's tough.
But I feel like you do generally like to keep the optimism going on social media.
Absolutely.
Don't you?
I get into scraps online. I get into scraps where there's people on there and they're like, some people are miles off it. Like literally miles off it. I don't know some of who they are. Some of them got problems with Martin Odegaard. And it's like I always say this. I say, if you, those people that I think that aren't fans of players like Martin, they can't be here. Because they can't be seeing the game. Because I watch him every week here alongside all of you lot, and I see what he does. I see he G's up that team, and it's not a, most people still want like a centre-back captain that has to be this, the biggest player on the team. It's not like that. But yeah, I'll go for anyone online. Yeah.
Roman is coming for you.
No,
but do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think that's because though our expectation is so high now because of the past few seasons
Yeah,
and what
absolutely.
we've achieved?
Absolutely. I mean, I think what you're alluding to is there was one tweet in particular that was like everyone was saying we were in this collapse and like it was like, oh my god, blah blah blah. And I looked at the table and I had to re-look at the table and I was like, we're second. We were at the time I think we were 7 points off, and we were third in the Champions League table out of every single team that are in that Champions League, regardless of the format. It's still the Champions League.
Definitely.
And it's like, how can you look at that and think that's a failure? And it's like, I stand by this and I say this all the time. It's like, you ask any team in the world right now if they would like Mikel Arteta as their manager, they'd take him.
Yeah.
Absolutely, any team. I don't see anyone, and I trust what he's doing, and I trust the players. You can see the players want to. I've never seen players that want to play for a manager as much as that. I mean, look at David Moyes, what he's got the Everton players doing at the minute, and I feel like we're at a premium. We get that every week.
There you go. And also, it's all a matter of the fact that we are still in a title race, aren't
Exactly.
we?
Yeah.
But then I get what you mean. Like, some people, what they say online, you wouldn't think that we're still in the running for the title.
I know. But how funny would it be if Liverpool bottled it now?
Well, who knows tomorrow?
I did laugh though. I think I said it's like, you know, I saw some of the Liverpool fans after the game the other day, after the Everton game, and they're like, you're getting so nervous, and they're like working out the maths. And I'm like, listen, we're an injury away from Win the dog being up front. like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I just think whatever these guys can do, I think the fact that, I mean, how lucky are we that, you know, all of those people were calling on for us to spend so much dough on a winger or someone like that, and we've got probably one of the most exciting prospects in world football now in Ethan, and it's like, and it's just been handed to us.
Yeah,
you know,
big bonus this year, man.
Oh,
Massive bonus this
man,
year.
it's almost like it was kind of like meant to happen. I said the only headache I've got isn't about who's going to play up front. It's like, where's Ethan going to go when Saka comes back?
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one now.
Yeah.
If you, as a player, would you be like? Because look, let's be real, right? If you're looking at it honestly, Saka's obviously locked, right wing.
Yeah.
That's him. If you're in Ethan's position, you have the ability to kind of play across that front three. In training, you're not going, right, practice the right foot, looking at potentially moving to left wing.
Do you know what I actually think? If we stay like this, when Bukayo's coming back, I actually think Ethan might play as a 9.
As a 9?
As a 9, because what I've seen last week, when he hit that right foot on the post, that was proper striker kind of move in terms of how he went into, you know, run forward, took the ball, trick, bam, from outside the box. I thought, okay, all right.
I just worry about that against the low block, because then you've got like
but
fellas that are like this big.
He's good as midfield as well. He can play with someone behind. He can come short. He can move around. So I do feel like, I'm quite excited.
I did
excited about it.
It's a great headache. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, with football fans just lose their head, and sometimes you lose perspective, and it's like, I'm sorry, but oh God, just think about lockdown Arsenal, and then think where we are now. It's like, it's insane. Look at Man United. Just look at where they are.
Oh, I know.
That is insane.
So well for them, Roman.
No,
we're
it's
going to
great.
let you go in a minute because we've kept you here for ages.
No worries.
But what are you expecting from today's game?
I think Ethan's going to have I'd be shocked if he doesn't have a great game.
Yeah.
All respect to Cresswell, but if he comes up one against him, I'd be worried. I'd be worried if I was them. Wan-Bissaka is a great player.
I haven't seen Ethan had a bad performance.
I think it was like eight starts, 5 player of the match trophies.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Score prediction as well? What are we going for?
I'm going to back us for a clean sheet today. I'll go 3-0.
3-0?
Yeah.
Did we go 3-0 earlier?
No, we're 2-2 earlier.
2-0. Okay.
Well, Roman's going 3-0.
I'll go with 3-0. Well, I'll probably someone you know, Colin Lewin.
Yeah.
I told him I was coming to see you today. He said, love it, pass on the message. Hello.
Oh, thank you.
We're all friends.
Always love to have you. He reckons 5-0. So that's from Colin.
Okay. That would be lovely, though. 5-0. Anyone backing that in here? Yeah. Okay. Why not?
But as you know, Colin talks waffle, so it's probably rubbish.
That's fair. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Give it up for the brilliant Roman Kemp. Pleasure as always. Oh, Roman's great, isn't he? I love the passion. Like Roman, I feel like everyone in here will know Roman Kemp. People around the world, you might know him, you might not be familiar with him, but he's on TV everywhere at the moment. And he's doing amazing things, interviewing mega stars. But his passion for Arsenal, like his life, is
well,
like
let's be honest.
the club.
He came in and he just took the show over, right? He started interviewing me.
I know, I'm just like, outside.
All right, cool.
I think we've got time for a little game, guys. This is, what happens next? So we're going to show you a clip, and it's an Arsenal moment. It might be a good moment, a not so good moment. It's a memorable moment, we'll just say that. And then you need to guess what happens next. Easy, right? Yeah? Does anyone want to play? Anyone want to take it on, the challenge? Oh, do you all want to play? Yeah. Oh, okay, why not? We're all friends here. Go on then, right. Let's have a look then at the first clip. Here we go. Can we see it on the screen, please? Okay, so we want to know what happens next. If you look there, watch the screen here. in the studio, and of course play along at home too. So we have paused it there, that crucial moment. Who wants to? There's the microphone.
I think someone
Who
already
thinks
know
they know what happens next?
Is it the one where someone just lashed the ball at his head? Is it that
Well,
one?
let's have a look. Can we reveal the rest of the clip, please? This is good. Yeah, everyone's like, that's so funny. No spoilers, but here we go. And wallop. We shouldn't laugh. He was fine, but
he knew the ball was coming though, because he's telling his, hey, look over there, bam, it's getting it.
Oh, it's quite funny. Anyway, well done. Shall we have a look at the second clip then? Hopefully it gets a little bit harder. I feel like we're very knowledgeable in the room here. Let's have a look. Do we know what's coming?
Oh, yes, we all know.
Okay. All the suspense. Pause. Okay, what is next?
You've got one word to describe this. What's happened?
One word. Okay, go on.
I'll say chip.
No!
You've got it,
Oh, you're going for the wrong one!
You've ruined it.
Oh! Guess again.
Someone guess again.
Is it Scorpion?
Scorpion kick. Well, I don't know. Let's watch and find out. Here we go. Let's reveal the clip, please. Oh
my God.
Absolutely stunning. Yeah, we're just hearing excuses. But most of you here got it. Let's have a look at the third clip. But if you're a bit squeamish, you might want to look away now. Just a warning.
I hate this game.
You hate this game. Okay. What happens next? Does anyone think they know in the room? No. Does anyone want to guess? No. No one's sure. Shall we just reveal the clip? But let's have a look, shall we? Here we go. I told you. I warned you if you're squeamish. Did anyone have any clue that was coming? When was that? No.
I wiped that season from my memory.
Is that the excuse we're going with? All right. Let's have a look at the next clip then, please. On the screen now. Here we go. What happens next? That was quite quick, but someone's picked up the microphone.
I might be wrong here. I think it's Koscielny over a kick.
Yeah. Whoa, well, I don't know. Let's watch. Let's reveal the answer, please.
Boom.
Oh, hey, correct. Lovely stuff. Yeah, well done. That was good. Okay, and the final clip. Let's take a look. Ooh, what is it?
Oh, yes.
You know what? You can kind of tell by the age of the clip.
They even made it too easy.
Okay, what happens next, guys?
Thierry Henry with a little back heel against
well, let's watch it.
That's actually outrageous. Why are you thinking of doing this?
Names like Haaland, by the way.
Beautiful.
It's just how he lifts
Well
fortune.
done.
I just grab him on his back.
So good. You guys did really well. Also, I'm going to massively name drop here because he is an absolute hero of mine. I've been desperate to meet Henry forever, and I finally met him a few weeks ago.
Well done.
Thank you. And it was as magical as you would expect. Honestly, absolute legend. I mean, I know you're mates with him. You're in a WhatsApp group. Woohoo. We have football friends. We love that for you, Jez. But he is just like the pinnacle, isn't he, of like Arsenal, someone that, you know, you're desperate to meet if you are a Gooner. And he was everything I hoped he'd be, Jeremy.
Oh, was it? Then that's good.
He's such a good talker as well. Just like loves the game, met Arsene Wenger as well. Just gonna throw that out there.
Wow.
Oh, casual
Right.
icon. I was playing it cool. I was profusely sweating. It was really lovely. Right, we can see all the players are in the tunnels. So let's have a look. Hopefully, at the screen for the My Arsenal Rewards voucher code. Quickly, if you want to join us here in the live from N5 studio on a match day, you can. All you've got to do is head to the My Arsenal Rewards hub on the website and redeem some of your points, because we're so nice and generous. We've got 100 points to help you out. Enter the code on the screen right now and be quick, because you've only got until 5 o'clock. Okay, like I said, the players are in the tunnel. They are getting ready to I was going to say warm up. Hopefully not. Hopefully they're ready for the game. Jez, before we head over to Adrian Clark and Dan Roebuck for commentary, I know you said earlier you're feeling confident. I mean, the players, they're looking good. They're looking confident. Calafiori's playing with his lovely little hairband there. What are you thinking then? What is your prediction? We've had a couple of 2-0s. We've had a 3-0. Everyone's kind of thinking clean sheet, and I love that energy and optimism, and I'm here for it. What do you reckon, Jez?
I reckon a 3-1, me. I just got a feeling we might concede a goal in counter-attack. But otherwise, yeah, I think we'll look at the boys. They're ready. You can see, prepared well, and they know how important this game is, before Liverpool plays tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm sure they'll be up for it, ready.
Yeah, that's so true. As a player, is that in your mind? I mean, I know you're probably trying to not focus on any other teams, you're just doing your job, but
you can't help it.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking about it,
right? You can't help it because you're chasing Liverpool, so you know that you've got to put them under pressure, and the only way is just to win tonight. You've seen them dropping points in their last 2 games, so you're just thinking that they're obviously not as great as they've been all season. They're starting feeling it now, and that's the time you've got to pick up. You've got to do your job and win games. Then that's all they've got in their mind.
Yeah, and we've given a lot of love to Nwaneri today. Jez, who do you think is going to be our key man today against West Ham?
How can you say Nwaneri? You've got to say him. I think the few performances he's had lately, he's just showed us that we rely on him massively. In the absence of Saka and the rest, and Martinelli. So, yeah, he's just took on that challenge and took his responsibility, and yeah, we hope that he's going to perform again today.
Okay, right, guys, are we feeling good? Are we feeling confident? Okay, that is enough from us. We'll be back at half-time with our thoughts. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, you can head over to arsenal.com and the app for live kick-by-kick commentary. But right now, I'll leave you in the capable hands of Adrian Clark. But first, Dan Roebuck.
Many thanks to Jeremy, to Nicole, and all of the Live from N5 crew. We will, of course, be back at half-time. Well, when West Ham travelled to the Emirates last season, a shock 2-0 success triggered a 3-game losing run for the Gunners that arguably cost us the title. 14 months on, the EastEnders, now coached, of course, by Graham Potter, are back, this time aiming to halt a 4-game sequence without a win of their own. And, of course, bloody Arsenal's nose once again. Their role as spoilers rather than silverware hunters has been set this season out of all cup competitions and languishing in 16th in the Premier League. Their 24-25 campaign is drifting away. Arsenal found a way, Adrian, at Leicester, left it a little late, but as we enter the final third of the season, that's what the Gunners have got to do from here on in.
Yeah,